After many fans have been relatively optimistic about the Avatar live-action adaptation of Netflix lately, great disappointment is now emerging. The original creator duo, Dante, DiMartino and Bryan Konietzko, who are highly respected among fans, announced their withdrawal from the Netflix series a few days ago. The controversial thing is that the two have by no means withdrawn tacitly, but have settled up with the streaming service in an open letter. So the two wrote that they were originally full of hope when they joined the project in 2018 as showrunners and producers because they thought they could realize their vision for the re-narration. But at the end of the day, this was not the case. The rest of the sentences also sound anything but conciliatory, which is why many fans now blame Netflix for the exit. The streaming service will have to process this news first, because the original series, Avatar, has been ranked last month in the USA as content that has stayed in the top 10 for the longest time. It seems that Netflix has pushed the stakes too high and has not given the creators the necessary freedom. It will be exciting to see whether Netflix will continue to hold onto the project under different management or whether the damage caused by the departure of DiMartino and Konietzko is now too great. Due to the pandemic, we will not be able to attend any major conventions like the Comic-Con this year. In the last week, some alternatives have emerged which can be followed not only free of charge, but also comfortably from your own living room. One of them is the 24-hour event DC FanDome on August 22nd. Various trailers, films, and series with their own panels and more can be expected. Among others, you can look forward to news from The Batman, Wonder Woman 1984, Aquaman, and also Black Adam. In addition, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson wrote a tweet a few days ago with a short Black Adam or FanDome sneak peek. Johnson can also be seen briefly as a kind of motion capture figure standing in the ruins of a temple. Almost the same video but with a Batman theme was also presented to us by director Matt Reeves, and the first title logo of the Suicide Squad can be seen on James Gunn's Twitter channel. For The Batman as well as for the Suicide Squad, we assume that there will be new information, up-to-date pictures, and maybe even a short teaser trailer. What's also rumored is that we can expect a second trailer for Wonder Woman 1984, and Zack Snyder also announced that we will see a trailer for his Justice League Snyder Cut for the first time. As you can already see, the FanDome will not lack in thematic variety, and we are looking forward to the impressive lineup of top-class guests. Will you also be participating live at the FanDome on August 22nd? Write it down in the comments. A few days ago, Deadline reported that there's now finally a candidate for the new Tron part. He's called Garth Davis and is said to have convinced the responsible people at Disney to entrust him with this important task. Davis has so far been able to convince mainly with smaller productions like the multiple Oscar-nominated Lion. Tron Eras will certainly not be an easy task for the director. After all, the franchise can look back on the cult film Tron from 1982 and the sequel Tron Legacy from 2010. After the decision was made 3 years ago to create a new Tron as a kind of a reboot, nothing happened for a long time. This will now change with the engagement of Davis as director and Jared Leto as actor and producer. However, according to the usual industry magazines, the green light has not yet been given, as the existing script by Jesse Wick still has to be completed and further developed. The title, Tron Eras, was by the way published by Leto on Twitter, but he already deleted this post again and wrote tweets without a specific title. We are curious who else will be brought on board and hope we can announce the official start of production soon. For over 21 years now, the world's most famous sponge has been entertaining not only children, but also adults worldwide with his uncomplicated humor. After it became known some time ago that with Camp Corral, first spin-off about SpongeBob's youth is already in the works, SpongeBob's sidekick Patrick Star will be dedicated a separate series. According to an insider of Deadline, the series will be called The Patrick Star Show and will be homage to the Larry Sanders Show from the 90s. With this, the scatterbrained starfish will become the host of his own late-night show, and another aspect should not be neglected, namely Patrick's family. Of course, other characters of the SpongeBob franchise will most likely also appear in the 13 planned episodes. A release date for the Patrick Show is unfortunately not fixed at this time. After screenwriter Derek Kolstad recently commented on the future of the John Wick franchise, it is now officially known. There will also be a fifth part of the John Wick franchise. Deadline reported by referring to Lionsgate. The film is planned to be shot after John Wick 4 as soon as Keanu Reeves is available in early 2021. Lionsgate CEO John Feldheimer also announced that the fourth film will be released on Memorial Day weekend in 2022. Besides the planned The Continental series, now even 3 John Wick productions are in the process, which fans can look forward to. The first two Jurassic World parts brought in fantastic box office takings of around $3 billion, which is why the main focus of director Colin Trevorrow is now naturally on a third part that is as successful as possible. On Twitter, Jurassic Outpost has now published a new picture of the set which shows clear reference to Jurassic Park 2. You can see a refrigerated container in which valuable cargo is stored according to the inscription. In addition, the logo of John Hammond's biotech company InGen can be seen with the words Site B or Ila Sorna below it, indicating the location of the second Jurassic Park part. At that time, many dinosaurs without teeth lived in Site B. By next year at the latest with the release, we might finally find out what happened on the island after the third part. After all, the Jurassic World movies are playing on Isla Nubla. Jurassic World Dominion is expected to be released in cinemas on June 11, 2021.